34 seasons in, Dancing with the Stars has given fans a lot of memorable moments, both good and bad. These are some of the most unforgettable eliminations in DWTS history. Anna Delvey was one of the most controversial cast members in Dancing with the Stars history, given that she'd spent nearly 4 years in prison for fraud.
Notorious fake heiress Anna Delvey is in trouble again.
But while many fans of the show debated whether or not Delvey was a good choice, she seemed to go into the competition with an open mind.
I feel like I'm getting a second chance to fix my mistakes, yeah.
She was partnered with first-time pro Ezra Sosa, but their partnership didn't last long. They were the first couple eliminated from season 33. After host Alfonso Ribeiro announced their elimination, they did the standard walk to the center of the ballroom to say their official goodbyes. But when host Julianne Hough asked her about the experience, Delvey offered a one-word response.
What are you going to take away from this competition?
Nothing.
Delvey's comment went viral, and Sosa even got the word tattooed on his back as a way to remember his first season on the show. Some people thought it was funny, and others thought it was incredibly rude. According to Delvey, it was just honest.
Did you have a favorite part about being on the show?
Getting eliminated.
In an interview on the Misspelling podcast, she explained, "You guys told me what I'm supposed to do. I tried to do it, and then I still was rejected. And I'm taking away nothing. This is what I'm taking away from it, because your advice was worthless. The advice did not pay off for me, even though I tried to follow it." Jeannie Mai competed on season 29 of Dancing with the Stars alongside ballroom pro Brandon Armstrong. But about halfway through the competition, Mai was forced to drop out. In a statement to Us Weekly, she said, "It saddens me that I will not be able to continue with the competition on DWTS. My doctors discovered a health concern with my throat, which requires immediate attention and surgery. The last several weeks have been an amazing learning experience. I have pushed myself to new limits physically and mentally, and I am so proud of how far we've come." As it turns out, Mai was diagnosed with epiglottitis, which can be life-threatening. According to the Cleveland Clinic, epiglottitis can cause food and fluid that would normally travel down one's esophagus to end up in the larynx. Mai was hospitalized and underwent emergency surgery. Afterwards, she took to Instagram, posting, "Although I am grateful to be recovering safely, I can't lie. I am devastated by the fact that my journey with Dancing with the Stars will end this way." Tamar Braxton's exit from season 21 was super dramatic. She fell ill and needed to be hospitalized, which forced her out of the competition. She and her pro partner, Val Chmerkovskiy, had their eyes on the semifinals when Braxton was diagnosed with pulmonary embolisms. In a since-deleted Instagram post, she wrote, "With a heavy heart, I regret to inform you that my season of Dancing with the Stars has come to an end. After yesterday's final Dancing with the Stars performance, I went back to the hospital after the doctors didn't want me to leave in the first place, only to find out that I don't have pneumonia, but something way more serious, and that is having several PEs, blood clots in both sides of my lungs." Chmerkovskiy even went to visit Braxton in the hospital and shared a photo from her hospital bed on Instagram. It's hard not to think of Alexa PenaVega's Dancing with the Stars elimination when recalling the show's most dramatic exits. She and her husband, Carlos PenaVega, competed on the show together, going head-to-head in hopes of becoming the next champion. But on the night that Alexa and her ballroom pro partner, Mark Ballas, got eliminated, they were up against Carlos and his partner, Whitney Carson. One couple would stay, and the other would go. When Alexa heard her name, she broke down in tears. She and Carlos went into each other's arms for what seemed like several minutes, leaving their partners standing there looking awkward. At one point, Carlos told Alexa that he wished it was him that got eliminated. To this day, many fans believe Alexa's exit was the show's most dramatic. In a Reddit thread about the elimination, one user wrote, "They was crying like she was about to go get sacrificed." Another Redditor weighed in, posting, "I've said it before and I'll say it again. They acted like one of them was being involuntarily shipped off to war or something." 2 weeks later, Carlos was also eliminated. Legendary musician Michael Bolton joined season 11 of Dancing with the Stars, taking ballroom lessons from pro Chelsea Hightower. Sadly for him and his fans, he and Hightower were the second couple eliminated from the competition. Their exit came after they performed a jive to Hound Dog, which was criticized by all three judges at the time, Carrie Ann Inaba, Len Goodman, and Bruno Tognoli. Bruno actually scored the routine an exceptionally low 3 out of 10. He was especially harsh in his feedback for Bolton, saying, "I am a dog lover, but you make it so hard for me. You should have taken your bone and gone back to the doghouse."
I think this is probably the worst jive in 11 seasons.
Bolton was extremely upset by Tognoli's comments and demanded that the judge issue him an apology.
"I think he should apologize publicly and he should be reprimanded for it."
Bolton obviously didn't get that when he signed up for the show. He was going to be, judged. Dancing with the Stars producers released a statement reading, "Bruno's role as a judge is to give his honest opinions on the quality of the dances he's judging, which is what he did in this case. While we respect the feelings of our celebrities and dancers, we don't feel Bruno should be expected to apologize for doing his job." Another dramatic Dancing with the Stars exit occurred on season 27. Fuller House star Juan Pablo Di Pace and his pro partner Cheryl Burke were incredibly close to the semifinals, but ended up being sent home in 5th place. The duo had earned perfect scores for their most recent dance, but the judges' scores apparently weren't enough to keep them in the competition. As soon as their names were announced as the couple that had been eliminated, the whole ballroom started booing loudly. Even then host Erin Andrews chimed in, saying, "I agree, boo." Speaking with TV Line, Di Pace shared, "People are so amazing, and the fans are so vocal, so I'm good. I'm really good, but I was still shocked and sad to lose. For me, it's a talent and a love for dance competition. It's heartbreaking when you work your ass off." He went on to admit that he knew he didn't have as big of a fan base as some of the other contestants, but he really put in the work in hopes of making it to the finale. Instead, Alexis Wren, Ivana Lynch, Milo Manheim, and Bobby Bones continued on in the competition. At the end, Bobby Bones and his partner Sharna Burgess took home the Mirrorball trophy in what turned out to be the most dramatic win in the history of the show. What made it so dramatic?
You are, in very true words, a people's champion, my friend.
Bones won solely on viewer votes. His fellow contestants scored better on their dances overall. No one expected Heather Morris to be eliminated from Dancing with the Stars ahead of the semifinals, but she and her pro partner Max Chmerkovskiy were voted off in 8th place.
After a perfect score, Heather and Max.
What happened that night was just plain unfair. Morris and Chmerkovskiy had received the first perfect score of season 24, setting them up to be frontrunners, and 24 hours later, they were sent home. Both Morris and Chmerkovskiy could hardly hide the disappointment on their faces when their names were read. Just about everyone in the ballroom was shocked that Morris got the boot. Morris believes that she was unfairly judged by fans who held her past dancing experience against her. In a July 2017 episode of the Lady Gang podcast, Morris said, "They watch it and they want to believe she's a dancer. It's not fair. She knows exactly how to do all those things. I cannot do ballroom. It's unbelievably hard." Once the fans cast their votes, however misguided, the decision is final. James Van Der Beek's elimination from season 28 of Dancing with the Stars may very well be the most depressing one ever. The Dawson's Creek star and his pro partner Emma Slater were sent home ahead of the semifinals, directly after Van Der Beek shared a personal update with fans. During a video package that night, Van Der Beek revealed that he and his wife had suffered a devastating loss.
"My wife Kimberly and I went through every expectant parent's worst nightmare. We lost the baby."
He went on to say, "All you know is that it brings you closer together. It breaks you open. It opens your heart. It deepens your appreciation. It makes you more human." Van Der Beek and Slater found themselves in the bottom two alongside Allie Brooke and her pro partner Sasha Farber. When Van Der Beek's name was called, people in the live audience gasped, seemingly shocked by the outcome. Brooke was in tears and even offered to give up her spot so that Van Der Beek could continue on.
Can I give it to James, please?
No.
That's not allowed, but it was a nice sentiment. Many Dancing with the Stars fans were overjoyed to learn that Selma Blair had joined season 31. Aside from her being a beloved actress, Blair has also been battling multiple sclerosis since she was first diagnosed in August 2018. She and her partner Sasha Farber developed a close friendship very quickly, and Blair appeared to be having the time of her life before her doctors advised her that dancing had become damaging to her health. The news was delivered to fans via a pre-taped package that aired before Blair's final episode. She explained, "You know I've been monitored and in touch with my doctors this whole process. I had these MRIs, and when the results came back,
I can't go on with the competition. Pushed as far as I could."
Blair and Farber ended their run on the show with a beautiful waltz to What the World Needs Now, which earned high praise from the judges and from fans. Many people were bummed to see Blair exit the competition, even her season 31 co-stars. Wayne Brady told people, "Selma truly is the light that we've all gravitated to, and we're all close now." Aaron Carter joined the season 9 cast of Dancing with the Stars and became a fan favorite fairly early on. He and ballroom pro Karina Smirnoff were voted off in 5th place, narrowly missing the semifinals. The singer was genuinely shocked to hear that he'd been sent home. In the standard post-elimination Good Morning America interview the following morning, Carter shared, "I'm very proud of myself. It's been a great experience. I've learned so many different things throughout the competition. Now I can actually brag that I know all these different kinds of style of dance." It was clear that Carter's time on the show touched many people, including the head judge at the time, Len Goodman, who took time out to express his heartfelt feelings to Carter.
"You were my son. I would be so proud of you. But more important, you be proud of yourself because you've been great."
Donny Osmond and his partner Kim Johnson ended up winning the Mirrorball trophy that season. Tragically, Carter died in November 2022 at the age of 34.